Hey, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us his truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it with a quick lesson through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Just came across this article from CBS News, man, and it says Tennessee legislator passes bill allowing teachers to carry concealed guns. All right, and it reads a little bit. Protesters chanted "Blood on your hands" at Tennessee House Republicans on Tuesday after they passed a bill that will allow some teachers and staff to carry concealed handguns on public school grounds and bar parents and other teachers from knowing who was armed. All right. Now, why am I bringing that out? Signs of the times, man. Let me bring this out in Matthew. And you know where I'm going. Matthew 24 and verse 12. All right. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And this is in relation to these events, all right, preceding the Lord's second coming. And we now live in a society, a world, especially here in Babylon the Great, where every day we're seeing more and more that literally happening, man. The people, the way they think, the way they're responding, okay. The love of many is waxing cold so bad, and it's waxing so bad because you know how it goes in Babylon the Great with the mass school shootings, man. All right, now everybody's paranoid, everyone's on high alert, even from elementary school up to college, man. All right, the love of many is waxing cold, man, because of iniquity, man. All right, because of sin, all right, because of prophecy. And it's just a sign of the times, man. Now you got you go to your local elementary school, and the teacher might be strapped up, man, and that's of nerve-wracking thing to some people. But again, the whole point being the signs of the times, the fact that they need to put a law out to allow that to happen, man. There's obviously so much crap going on, and it ain't just the mass school issues. It's the day-to-day problem that these children are bringing these teachers. In some case, some teachers, there's so much mess going on at these schools, man. But if you check the videos out on TikTok and these social media platforms, where the children are very unruly. They have no respect for authority, no respect for the teachers, the adults. And again, that's signs of the times. Again, the love of many waxing cold, man. And the fact that the children don't respect authority anymore, man. So now it got so bad, hey man, and the teachers are scared of your damn kids, man, because they're a bunch of demons, man. All right, they come from these broken households, who aren't serving Yahweh Shem Shai, so they have no tact. All right, they have no righteousness in them, man. So they just going with the wind, man. All right, and they go to school, and some of these kids are coming from poverty, all right, because of transgressions through generations. So the Lord got their family in poverty, so they go to school hungry, pissed off, and it's just a mess right now. All right, so bad again that they've allowed or allowing, all right, teachers. And don't think, hey man, and some, especially in the hood, you best believe some of them teachers got a gun on them, man. You just don't know it. All right, but that's a sign of the times, man. That's a terrible society that we live in when you can't even go to school no more, man, without the teacher having a gun. When I was in at least alternative school in the early 2000s, obviously we're in alternative school, but they had metal detectors, man. You know what I mean? And that's the society we live in, man. And then there's some public schools, especially where Jake at, where yeah, man, you got to go through a freaking metal detector. All right, you got to have certain backpacks. When I was in that alternative school, we couldn't carry pencils on us or nothing. They had a box of pencils outside every classroom, because why? They're paranoid. They think if we have pencils on us all day, man, we liable to use them as weapons. You couldn't have braids. The girls couldn't have braids because they think you'll hide weapons in them, man. And again, what type of world are we living in when we have to be worried about something like that? And you see how much time has changed. Now it's always been mess, but you see things have gradually gotten worse. Now when we tell our people these things, they come with a puffed up spirit, especially the so-called elders, man. The older people of our nation, they act like they seen everything, man, and this is nothing new. So in relation to prophecy, hey, the MOTB, the world quote unquote ending, all right, World War III, they don't hearken to the words of Yahweh Shema Hawashai because they're prideful, they're puffed up, and they think because they got a little age on them that they have seen everything, man. Matter of fact, in 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? And that's the spirit that, the majority of our people in these Israelites that want to mock us, all right, and scoff after us. They're saying, where's the promise of his coming? Especially the woman, all right. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. So that they try to act like they seen and done it all, like they was, living in a society where they made a law that the teachers got to have weapons on them, man. All right, things are gradually getting worse, and it's signs of the times. The love of many is waxing cold. Everyone is getting crazy, man. And if you're not serving Yahweh Shem and Hawashai, you best believe this crunch, all right, known as Jacob's trouble, is gonna expose, all right, your true spirit and your true nature, man. If you are a of Yahweh Shem Hawashai, and you're gonna flourish, man, and thrive, for the most part during this great tribulation. Everyone else is gonna get exposed, man, and that love of many is gonna wax cold. Hell, man, I was watching YouTube and I had no idea how much violence was taking place concerning the woman. All right, so many videos of Eve, putting her own children to sleep, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by put to sleep, man. So many cases, documented. I'm watching these I don't like crime shows and all that, but it popped up on my YouTube feed, man. Just Eve, man, after Eve, putting their children to sleep in horrific ways, letting their children, starve to death, all type of manners of just wickedness. And again, that goes back to Matthew 24th chapter. The love of many shall wax cold. So many people that you thought were cool, calm, and collective, all right, you're gonna see a whole nother side as things start to progress, man. These people are not stable. And it's because they're not serving Yahweh Shem Hawashai. I'm talking about the Israelite mostly, but of course the entire earth is finna get stupid like that, man. And we gotta stay circumspect and and just stay away from that nonsense by serving Yahweh Shem Hawashai. And we just really watching the show, man. We watching this movie, serving Yahweh Shem Hawashai. We expect these things to happen. We're not denying it, man. All right, but that's crazy. All right, that's crazy. That the love of many is for sure waxing cold, man. All right. Let's go to Daniel real quick. 7:25. Now this is definitely going into the ultimate. Well, let me read it first. This is Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, talking about our enemy, first and foremost, Esau, Edom, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. All right, and we're experiencing that now. Now, we done caught our second wind through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, but we're definitely sick and tired of this place, man. Tired of being on the plantation, tired of seeing wickedness amongst our people, tired of being oppressed by the enemy. Okay, and definitely as that persecution come, that's when we really, going to be exhausted and crying out to Yahweh Shema Shai, and the Lord's going to hear our prayers, and Lord willing, he's going to come save us. All right, the so-called, I don't want to get into it. And he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And here's the point. And think to change times and laws. All right. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times. And we're coming into a time where we're seeing this man change all manners of his own laws from the alphabet community stuff. All right. And again, the biggest law that this man is going to change, man, in the times is the fact that you got to have this device implanted in you. And without that device, you're not going to be able to survive. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're not going to be able to live. Okay, that's the biggest one. But you see, again, with the alphabet community and shit like them, changing the law about the teachers, having weapons on them. You see, this man can and will change his own laws. Okay. And that's definitely even in relation to the Constitution. We do believe through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah, somehow, some way, whether it be a mass scale or minor, they're gonna come for those weapons that they have in Babylon the Great. My brother was going into yesterday that there's more guns um than people here in Babylon the Great per household. I don't know what he said the average was. It was like over 3, like average, the average person in Babylon the Great got multiple guns in their household. Is more guns, out in Babylon the Great than it is people. That's a recipe for disaster. And when that pressure gets applied, we are going to see the full manifestation of that Matthew 24:12, that love of many waxing cold. All right. People are going to be hungry. All right. The jobs are not going to be here no more because the grinding is going to cease. All right. The Lord is going to put a stop to all of that. Even in the entertainment industry, man. All right. Everyone's going to be looking for a way, to feed themselves and their family, man. And of course, they're going to get violent, and all that violent, they're going to come with more changing of laws. All right. Curfews and draconian like measures and martial law type situations, man. And cutting off the cities. You can't just go from city to city. The whole air travel, that's going to be one of the first thing that goes when this thing really heats up. All that traveling, getting on plane, going, getting your passport, all that's going to be cut off. And trust me, man, it's going to be going down everywhere. The last thing you want to do is leave wherever you call home right now. You don't want to be going over there to them other countries, man, because it's going to be going down too, man. So we just got to stay circumspect, man. Keep serving Yahweh Shem Shah. Let's see. Man. Yep. And with that, let's go to Romans, and I'll leave it at that. Just straight to the point. All right. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time, again, in relation to my favorite passages, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 through 6. There's a time and purpose for everything, under the sun. I'm paraphrasing, all right, but we're coming into a particular time where we're seeing prophecy. We're seeing the love of many waxing cold. And let me go back to that in Matthew 24th chapter. Matthew 24. And in Matthew 24 chapter, started verse 3. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahweh answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. All right. So no man is supposed to deceive us. No false prophet, no false teacher. All right. Is going to deceive the Lord's hopeful elect. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And we're seeing these things build up. Hell, we already had 2 world wars, so that prophecy definitely came to pass, man. And we're prophesying a 3rd world war coming. All right, not to mention the other conflicts other nations have had, the other conflicts that Babylon the Great been in, Vietnam, the Gulf, all this shit. All right, the Korean War. All right, all these things coming to pass, and we've seen pestilences, earthquakes is happening every day, man. Okay, every day throughout the earth, man. All right, and there's 2 types of famine coming. All right, there's going to be a famine of the word, first and foremost, a hearing the prophets prophesy and teach, man. All right from wrong. And there's also going to be a famine of food, man. And that all that pressure, the pestilences, the earthquakes, the storms, all right, the famine, that's going to lead to people being real unstable, really in need, man. And until they come in with that solution, which is going to be that MOTB, and we're seeing how they're doing things, because we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see talk of universal income. That is perfect way to get people to do what you want to do. Hand them out free money, and they got the money to do it. You see, they got the money to do it. They already shown that with the stimulus checks, man. What they sent them out twice. All right, sent them stimulus checks out twice, man, to everybody who could get it, man. All right, so how much more are these people when they are in need, like they have never been in need before? They're gonna take that MOTB, and in the name of surviving and taking care of their families, especially Israelites that have families, man, a lot of men, and women are going to take it in the name of providing for them families, because the Lord not going to be dealing with them, all right, and He's going to give them over, to them reprobate minds, man, all right. And all these are the beginnings of sorrows, man. All right. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, going into that persecution. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Right. And we're looking at that, happening right now. And it's definitely finna take a um effect on a mass scale when we talk about nation against nation, i.e. the world war. All right, nations are going to really hate other nations, and we already see the talk of how the nations hate Babylon the Great, man. They got a scope on this place, man, and they can't wait to go to war with Babylon the Great. We just waiting on the Lord's time, man. All right, we see it's gonna happen, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And again, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. So we just got to remember that, man. These are, the signs of the times, man. All right. Preceding the Lord's second coming. All right. And He told us what was going to happen. And we're seeing, oh, man, the love of many waxing cold, to the point where, damn, you can't even go to school without, your teacher being strapped up. They paranoid, man. They don't know what's going to happen around this raggedy bitch. You know what I mean? We're going back into Romans, man. All right. And I'll leave it at that. Romans 13 and 11. This is what we need to do. All right. And that, knowing the time. See, we know the time in relation to what Malachi Hawashai just said, through them scriptures in Matthew 24th chapter. All right. Those events, man, those characteristics of people. All right. The famines, the earthquakes. All right. The wars and the rumors of wars. That now it is high time to awake out of sleep. So now we need to be coming out of that sleep, that slumber, all right, that stupor, which is not knowing who we are, not knowing our power, and not knowing how to serve our power, which is Yahweh and His Son, only begotten Son, Malachi Hawashai. All praises to the King. All right. How to have well to sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. Hey, the Lord say He cometh quickly, man. So this thing is happening fast. If you are in the spirit, it's tearing through the flesh, but through the spirit, things are happening very fast. We can see, and even regular, men that ain't of Yahweh Shema Shah, they can see, damn, time is going by faster. That's the Lord said He was, gonna cut time short for the elect's sake. If not, then no flesh would be saved, man. So we need the Lord, to speed up time, man, so that we can, possibly not be destroyed, man. One way or the other. All right, but that's it, man. That's the point, man. The love of many is waxing cold, man. All right, and with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.